like going on vacation because the Prime Minister has had her working for the past year. So everyone wants a vacation. Everybody wants to get out and do something new. But as you heard our chief medical doctors explain to us, the only way to achieve this is through vaccination. And truth be told, if we think about the rest of the world, for tourism to do well, we have to do vaccination. What is the alternative? Well, the alternative is to remain as we are right now, under very controlled measures, and at the same time, really restricting tourism travel, whether it is by cruise or whether it is by stay over. Even if you're coming by yacht, very restrictive. So at this point in time, for the tourism industry, for us to really move forward, we have to think of how does vaccination help us as a destination? And it helps us in two ways. It helps us first to keep safe. Nobody wants to go to a destination where they have to worry about community spread, or they have to worry about clusters. At this point in time, we don't have that issue in St. Kitts and Nevis, and we're hoping and we're praying that we continue to have that positive as a destination to speak about in the travel and tourism industry. And the second thing is we want persons to be able to come here and safe to travel here. It's a two-way street, and it's not easy to persuade many people to take the vaccine. We understand there are a lot of queries, but for the tourism industry specifically, we cannot survive without the vaccination. At this point in time, we have seen where many cruise lines have already mandated that cruise passengers have to be vaccinated. So therefore, my question is to all of our stakeholders, whether they're craft vendors or primate vendors, whether you are our traditional craft vendor, whether you're a retail store owner, whether you are a hoteler that just offers day passes, how then are they going to come to St. Kitts and Nevis if we're not vaccinated? Why would I take a vacation to go to a destination and I'm not vaccinated as a destination to offer safety and security? We have to think about this carefully as we evolve, and we're discussing with some cruise lines at this point in time the opportunity of having summer and fall cruises. It will be a very phased approach, so I would like us all to understand the word phased. Just as we reopened in October 31st, cruise is not going to resume to St. Kitts and Nevis with having 4 or 5 cruise ships. It will be a very phased and very gentle approach to ensure that there's no community spread, to ensure that we keep everyone safe, but also the most important thing is that we keep our health and safety protocols. Yes, we're still going to have to wear masks. Yes, we're going to have a mandate as it speaks to how many passengers can go in a vehicle. Yes, our taxi and tour operators are going to have the plexiglass separation, or they're going to have the Velcro glass separation. You're going to still have to have sanitizers. Those are the minimum standards. So at this point in time, we have about 5,000 we have about 5,000 tourism stakeholders that have gone through the travel approved training. However, we only have to date on record about 423 stakeholders that have taken the vaccine. So hypothetically, if we were to get an opportunity to improve either stay over or cruise to offer opportunities to our tour and taxi and attraction or beach bars, we wouldn't have much diversity and opportunity to do that. The vaccination allows us to do that because we already have bubbles that our hotels operate within. However, we can't do that if we don't have the vaccination, because as Dr. Laws and Dr. Wilkinson keep saying, we have to mitigate the risk, and the vaccine does that for us. It helps us to have the least amount of risk. We do not want to end up like some of our neighbors in the Caribbean region, and we want to ensure that when we reach herd immunity, we have the product without having community spread or having clusters. At this point in time, the tourism industry, we've had a very vibrant presence in the marketplace over the last 2-3 months. Minister Grant and myself, we've done quite a few PR interviews. In fact,
St. Kitts for the first time, and this has never really happened in 1 week. We were featured by Travel Weekly, by Travel Pulse, about speaking about the destination, a new definition of success for St. Kitts. St. Kitts and Nevis Protocols Ignite Tourism Relaunch. So we stood out for being unique and different. Very challenged sometimes by journalists why we waited this long, but we explained that we're only 53,000 persons and we have to keep the safety of our nationals and residents first before we bring visitors. But what's important is that for us as a very small country, we were able to get over 338 million impressions for over 181 articles that were interviews that were done between Minister Grant and myself, or persons got information about the destination through our press releases and they wrote about the destination. So, you know, it's very important that we're not only just getting the news out as we remain safe, but we're also getting the news out to the travel trade and also to journalists. And these persons also share information with our travel agents, and consumers, believe it or not, are looking to see where they can travel. Some of our stakeholders may look at Caribbean Journal. We were also featured there, St. Kitts and Nevis model for tourism reopening. So we've been getting quite a very busy and positive feed, and we'll continue to do that. What we're doing right now is hoping to convert that positive energy in terms of the destination being safe, no COVID cases at this point in time, no COVID deaths, to promotion that we have in the marketplace, which is a 5-day getaway, and it's specifically for the United States, and our 3 branded properties are leading in it. And basically the offer includes breakfast for a family of 4, and also it includes a balcony upgrade, automatic upgrade, which doesn't always happen when you get you rent a hotel room. And it also offers other amenities or inclusions such as spa day or additional gift certificates. So at this point in time, we're trying to offer not only to our traditional market, which is couples, but also families who really do need to get away. Statistics show that married couples want to get away more than anybody else. They want to get away from their kids and they want to get away from their families because they've been locked up with them for the past year. So we're using this as an opportunity. And the travel window is from April 1 to September 5th. That's the end of the Labor Day weekend, but you can only book it between April 1 and July 31st. And we have a very long booking window that's not normal. We usually have like for 30 days, but what we're realizing in the marketplace, to be competitive and we have to be flexible, and so we have a very long booking window. So at this point in time, we are hoping that we will get some incremental travel from this promotion, but also keep St. Kitts and Nevis top of mind to our demographic that will be traveling for Q4, because we see from all of the data in the travel industry, and it doesn't matter where it's coming from, that there's a pent-up demand for persons to travel with Q4 because there's an increase in consumer confidence, and it speaks to wanting to travel, and will travel in Q4 because many persons will have the vaccine. So we look forward to hopefully having some more increased incremental visitation through stayover in the summer, and we hope that through the summer hopefully we could get some cruises, and we hope that come October 1st we'll be ready for, or sometime in October we'll be ready for the start of winter cruise season. Thank you.